Good morning, friends. Welcome to Harmony Hills Home and Garden. I'm Jenny, and we live and garden here in rainy and cool Baltimore, Maryland. Today, I'm going to be doing some random jobs around the property. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we'll plant some seedlings. I don't know. Let's see what the day has in store for us. Come with me, and let's just putter around Harmony Hills Home and Garden today. Boy, I tell you what, I am having a hard time getting started working today. Do you ever do this? You walk around the garden and you look at things and you think, wow, that's pretty. And then you stand there and you're looking at things and you're just appreciating how things are coming along. And you're thinking in your mind, oh, maybe I'll change that, or that looks really nice, or why isn't that growing, or what's that pest? And you just find yourself lost in thought staring at your garden. And then all of a sudden you realize that 10 minutes have gone by. You haven't gotten any work done. That's my day today. The misty, cool air is really inspiring me to just kind of enjoy how things are looking. But I do need to get some work done. So I'm going to grab a bunch of plants out of the plant stash and pull them around out front here and place things out and see if I can come up with some arrangements for some of the bigger plants. Well, friends, sometimes this is the most fun part of gardening, and sometimes it's the most daunting part, because when you have you're starting with an empty space, figuring out what to put where can be a bit of a puzzle. But as you know, this shrub border here is very young. It just got installed less than a month ago, and there's lots and lots and lots of open space still in this border here that I'll be able to put into, I'll make them into perennials, annuals, bulbs, and other sorts of, is there anything else? Vines, I guess. I don't have any vines in here yet. So I'm going to be filling in some of these spaces with perennials and annuals this year, while the shrubs are all babies. But figuring out what to put where is a bit of a puzzle. I like to try to contrast foliage shapes, textures, and colors, also plant heights and sizes, and of course flower colors should blend nicely from one to the next. So what I've done so far is I've placed down several of the dahlias that I've got growing, and then I put in spots where I'm going to be putting in some of the annuals, and I still have more here. So let me get everything placed where I think they're going to go, and then I'll come back and give you a tour of it all. I don't think I like the placement. I'm going to do some rearranging, and then I'll show you what I've got. Okay, I think my placement is now good enough. I'm going to go with it, and I'll learn things this summer about plant placement based on what I've tried here. And let me tell you my reasoning for why I put things where I put them. I'll ask you to keep in mind that this entire front property is designed as a mixed border. So that means shrubs and small trees, perennials, annuals, biennials, and bulbs, and maybe even a vine or two as it continues to grow through. So up until roughly this point here, it was established last year, but from here to the left, it's all new this year. So I've put my liatris, some here, some over here, some right there, and some right there. I think that's it. 4 spots of liatris in this area, and those are going to be purple spikes in midsummer. And so I've decided to put, by the Clara and the Sugar Tip Rose of Sharon back in there, I've decided to put 3 lifestyle dahlias. Those are anemone type that are pink and yellow, and they grow to be about 3 to 3.5 feet tall. In front of those, I've put two, I believe, American Dawn dahlias. Those get a little bit shorter, like 2.5 to 3 feet tall or so, somewhere in that area. And they are a pink color. And then down in front, two Gallery Singers. And those are short and wide. And no, not Gallery Singers, Gallery Monet. And they're short and wide, and they will also be pink colors. So I think in this area where the three Clara are, the Sugar Tip Rose of Sharon, which is soft pink, and the purple Liatris spikes, and then these dahlias, all in pink and yellow tones, I think that'll be a nice little grouping right there. At least I'm hoping. Now, moving to the left, you might be able to see that Wine and Roses Weigela right there, kind of in the front of the bed. And it's got some straw flowers on its left and some Liatris on the right. And it's backed up by one of the Dragon Lady Hollies and the Clara on the back right. So right behind that Weigela, I've put 3 of the Karma Chalk dahlias. Now those are somewhat tall. I think they'll get to be about 3 to 3.5 feet tall or so. And they have very full flowers that are a dark maroon, almost brownish maroon. And so I think it will blend nicely with the foliage color of the Weigela. At least I'm hoping. I hope they don't disappear. I hope that it's a nice blend. Moving further to the left, you can see I've got a little tray full of Cosmos there. I'm adding that behind the button bush, which hasn't yet leafed out. And I'm putting it there because I like the bright green of it. I like the ferny foliage of it compared to the Weigela that's in front is more of a burgundy, and compared to the Dragon Lady Holly, which is in the back, which is a glossy dark green. And then back behind the Cosmos, I've placed 2 Yellow Star Cactus Dahlias. Now those will grow to be about 4 feet tall, maybe a little shorter, and they'll have very large 6-inch or larger flowers that are in the cactus style and a very clear yellow. At least I'm hoping it's a clear yellow. And those Cactus Dahlia are right behind the Cosmos, which I think will pick up nicely between the flower color of the Dahlia and the leaf color of the Cosmos. And then also in front of those Cactus Dahlia, I've got some more of the Liatris. And so that'll be purple spikes with the yellow flowers. And then right to the left of that, I've got 4 HS Flame single red dahlias. Now those stay a little bit shorter, I believe 2 to 3 feet tall, in front of the Eastern Snowball Viburnum. Now I'm counting on the darker color foliage of the HS Flame and the red of the flower color of the HS Flame to contrast nicely with the purple and the yellow and kind of be, it's going to be a pop of red that I don't normally put in, but I'm thinking with that yellow and purple it'll be a nice royal theme. I found those colors surprisingly vibrant in the backyard last year, so I'm using this space right here to try it in the front yard. Now in front of the HS Flame and in front of the Liatris, there's still room to plant other lower growing things. Then as we move on down the line, I don't have any more dahlias left for this space, but I have shrubs with a lot of space in between them. And down there, all the way down on the end, I'm going to try putting some Mahogany Splendor Hibiscus in between those 3 skip laurels. I'm testing out red foliage there. Now, I don't know that it gets enough sun to really thrive there, that particular plant. So they may not do very well, but I have a lot of Mahogany Splendor Hibiscus, so I can give them a shot there and also find some other spots. Now in these other open areas of this garden, I'll be adding in some of the annuals that I have. I have zinnias, I have nicotiana, I can do more cosmos, I have marigolds I could do here. Some of them I've already got started in seed form, and so I have small seedlings. And others of them, I still have seeds I can plant. Also, you know, I could buy stuff. What? And so this is what I have decided as my planting space for these dahlias. I did save out. Some of the dahlias are going to be going into the backyard as well, but as far as the front, this is where I've put them so far. And honestly, I really thought I had way too many dahlias this season. When I started all of those dahlias indoors, I thought, oh, what do I need 24 dahlias for? But as you can see, this is a huge bed. It's roughly 8 feet deep, 70 feet long, plenty of room for 2 dozen dahlias, and I'm not even putting all of them out here. Some of them are going in the backyard. So I actually have room for more dahlias, believe it or not. And I might be sticking a few into the front border sections as well. Why not, right? You may remember in my planting plan video that these shrubs are designed to actually grow to be almost touching each other in their mature sites. But they are certainly not mature yet this year. So any of the perennials or dahlias or anything that I put in here, I know I'm going to have to be moving them as the shrubs continue to put on mature growth. For all the planting I'm doing today, I'll be using the same method. Pull back the mulch, dig the hole, put in biotone, plant, put the mulch back. Easy peasy. I spread some Sluggo Plus onto the area where I just planted the dahlias. Last year we had slugs and mostly earwigs eating our dahlia leaves. So this year I'm going to try to stay ahead with the Sluggo Plus. This has iron phosphate in it, which is a naturally occurring chemical in the ground, and in concentrated form the slugs eat it and it makes them go bye-bye-bye. And then it also has spinosad A and D in it, which are also naturally occurring products from the earth, and they are effective against earwigs and pillbugs or sowbugs and cutworms as well. So this is my method for keeping the slugs and earwigs off of my dahlias. And then later, after the rain comes through in the next day or two, I'm going to be spraying everything here again with my Deer Stopper 2. I'm going to try to keep that going at least every 2 weeks in the spring growing season. As the season progresses and things stop actively growing so much, I'll see if I can cut that back to every 3 or 4 weeks as the label indicates. But I know that in the spring, you have to spray for deer more often than once a month because there's a lot of new foliage that comes out during that month, and you need to make sure that it too is protected from the deer. So again, I'll do that on this whole area, in fact the whole yard, day after tomorrow when there's no rain in the forecast. So that's 16 dahlias and 1 dozen cosmos into the ground. Let's take a look. Here in front of the Eastern Snowball Viburnum, which I'm going to grow into a small tree, so this will be limbed up with bare legs, I put 4 HS Flame Dahlias. These are dark foliage with red single flowers on them. And very nearby, I've got the Liatris, which will be purple spikes, and then back there are the yellow star cactus dahlias. So I'm hoping that the yellow, purple, and red together make a nice combo. The cosmos here are a mix. Some of them are double click mix, some of them are snow puff white, and some of them are apricot lemonade. So it'll just be a nice random mix of pastel-y colors here. I'm hoping that it's not too clashy with the bolder colors this way, but I'm also hoping that this foliage grows up and is nice and ferny with a nice contrast to the strappy leaves here and the spiny leaves there and the green bold leaves there. So that was why I did that. And this is the button bush. It hasn't leafed out yet, but there are leaf buds on it. I do still have some room down in here. I'll be able to put some sort of low growing plant, either annuals or perennial. I don't know. We'll see. Back here, 3 Karma Chalk. Again, those are the dark red, almost brownish red, rusty colored, very full flower decorative dahlias. And I'm hoping that the color of the flower blends nicely with the color of the foliage here on this Weigela. Over here, this is the sugar tip Rose of Sharon that will have after it ages a little bit, it will have variegated foliage that's a nice soft green and creamy color, but right now it's in its spring bright green. But then it's backed by the 3 Clayera, which have a reddish tinge to their new leaves, and then they will turn more green like that one over the course of the season. And then behind that, I've got 2 Verbena barnariensis, which hopefully will grow up and be nice airy purple lollipops back in there. And then right here, I've got a bunch of 7 different dahlias. Well, not 7 different, 3 different, but 7 of them. Back here, there are 2 Lifestyle, which are the tallest. Then there are 3, no wait, sorry. The Lifestyle is that one and this one. Then there are 3 American Dawn, which are a little bit medium sized, shorter. And then in front, we've got 2 Galerie Monet, which are the short and wide ones. So I'm hoping that these colors all blend nicely and that all the plants grow to their fullest potential and are beautiful next to the Rose of Sharon here. And then back there still, I didn't plant it today, but back there we still have some more Liatris. So we've got purple spikes spread across this bed in a few different spaces. And we've got 16 dahlia plants. I think there are, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6 different types of dahlias and 16 total. And then I still have more cosmos, nicotiana, zinnias, thyme, and marigolds that I thought I might plant today, but I'm not going to get to it, I don't think. Now let's talk real quick about what these plants need. First of all, water. You may have seen the video that I posted about installing this drip irrigation line here, and I did custom rings around each of the shrubs and small trees. I haven't decided yet what method I'm going to use to irrigate the perennials and annuals that are in this bed. I will be irrigating them. I just don't know if I'm going to run a network of 1/2-inch drip line or if I'm going to do more of a custom 1/4-inch drip line per section of plant, or I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do there yet, but I will be putting them on drip irrigation. Also, dahlias in particular really, I'm told, want to be well fed throughout the season. So I planted everything with Biotone starter fertilizer, which are really meant to help get the roots off to a good start, but it does add some nutrition into the soil as well. But then I will be watering with a water-soluble fertilizer. I happen to have the Proven Winners water-soluble one in stock right now in my garage. And I don't know what I'll be getting over the course of the rest of the season, but I'll be doing that at least every 2 weeks, maybe every 10 days. Depends on how the summer goes and what things look like. But I will be keeping the dahlias fed well, along with all of the annuals. I'll be keeping them fed well as well, because more feed equals more flowers on your plants. Slug and deer control, as I said, I'll be using Sluggo Plus, and I'll be using Deer Stopper 2 on all of these plants. The dahlias, some of them are going to need to be staked, and others of them maybe won't need to be staked. So I will probably be making a video about staking the dahlias a little bit later on in the season, but I tend to use stakes in the ground with string as my main method on that. Although I have used tomato cages in the past with some success, and I also have done less success with the individual plant stakes that have the ring around the top. Not so successful with those. But I'll be doing staking in a later video. And I think I'm going to call it a day now, folks. I've gotten a lot of stuff in the ground compared to this morning when I was a little bit like, maybe I should just stand here and look for a while. The garden is coming together. I am super happy with how things are coming along here. And I hope you are super happy with how your garden is coming along as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, stick them down in the comment section down below. And again, let me know how things are going in your garden. I'd love to hear from you. Take care, friends. I'll be back again soon. Have a good day. Bye.